So here we have, I think, like a 2016. Looks like this is a pretty common problem, but I'm going to show you. The heat is not really working in it, which is really a bummer because we need the heat in Minnesota. And when you run this dial over here to the cold, see how it's pushing back? It moves stiffly the whole travel. We can go all the way to the hot side and all the way to the cold side. But once you get in here, it's locking up. You have to push it pretty hard to get it to go there. And I actually don't think that's good for it because I think we're flexing the blend door. So if it is not moving very well, be careful because you might damage something else by forcing it. But that's the problem. I'll show you how we're going to get up underneath there to actually get access to this and see if there's anything we can do to fix it or if we just have to order a new dial piece. From what I understand, this is actually a mechanical piece that actually pushes like a wire actuator in and out from here. Kind of like a throttle cable, actually. It's kind of a cool design instead of it just being fully electronic like most vehicles are nowadays. In fact, the Honda Fit, I think, has probably moved away from this by now and is probably using an electronic one. Obviously, everything has its problems, and that's what we're going to dig into right now. So I think that we need to get up underneath here. Looks like, oh yeah, wow, that's actually super easy to get to. So just pop that piece of trim off, and you can see this white door right here. This is actually the door that we're talking about. And it looks like ours is bent. I don't think it's supposed to look like that. So that's actually probably what's going on. I'm gonna turn this dial. Oh yeah, so see how that's pulling like that? You can see the door is maxed out. And then going toward the hot side. Oh, that makes perfect sense. I think we just need to straighten that piece of wire. So, assuming that we haven't skipped the tooth inside the mechanism, I might be able to just bend this wire and the door might open and close properly again. So, I think I'm going to remove this little piece of ductwork. It appears to have one screw, but this is kind of in the way, so I'm just going to pull this screw out and remove that. So yeah, with that out of the way, you have a lot more access to this. So it kind of looks like, here's the other door. Oh, I see. Okay, so there's like a little, so if we get a good look at the top one, there's like a little tab that you must have to push down while you slide that off, but you can't see it on this one because it's on the back side. Oh, that's definitely what is going on with this. Then if you look up in there, there's actually a gear behind there. You see that? Right up in there. So that's kind of interesting. So again, I don't think this is supposed to be bent like that. I think it got bent while somebody was forcing the knob. Tell you what, I'm actually just going to try to bend this wire back straight for starters. Okay. This is really neat how they got this set up. So I'm just going to show you this. This is the fan control. It actually changes where the air is pushing to. This is the one that we're having our problem with, though. So see that, though? That's all the way cold. That's all the way hot on the dial. But I don't think that's all the way hot on the mechanism. So I think that it's skipped a tooth or something in the blend box, not in the dial, which is really sad. And then that wire got bent. Let's see if we can, oh look, did you see that? I think it just skipped back to where it's supposed to be. Oh yeah. Fully hot. Fully cold. It's still flexing a little funny right at the end of travel. But the dial actually moves all the way to that position now. So I think that this interface between the gear up in here and this actuator is just loose enough that it's kind of a little bit problematic for them. But I actually think that's going to be fine now. It appears to be going all the way hot and all the way cold. And I'm running out of travel with the wire portion about the same time that we're running out of travel with the plastic roller deal there. So I'm going to test it and see if the heat and cooling work. But we might have just fixed it by re-straightening this piece of wire and getting that tooth to skip back to where it's supposed to be. Okay, so vehicle's running. Got it on fan speed 4. So this is a electrical switch, obviously. This is that other portion that I was showing you where we change where the air is actually blowing out of this thing. So if we turn it right here, so it's blowing out of the face vents with it all the way to the hot side, which it only really goes to there on either side. That's the fully hot. But it is getting warm, so it would seem that that door is actually in the correct position again. And if I turn it all the way cold, it's the all the way cold setting, and now the air coming out is feeling cold. So I think that we got it taken care of here just by bending that wire back straight and skipping the actuator tooth in the forward direction. You saw on video when I did it. I don't know if you'll be able to fix yours that way, but at least it kind of gives you an idea of where to start. This problem probably could happen again. I'm not sure how this problem originally started. If it's possible that that door inside there somehow got frozen or stuck in one position, like if they took it on a long road trip in the summer and it ran long enough that there accumulated some ice or something. Not impossible, but I really don't know what actually caused it to do that. I kind of think it's just the gear interface on that mechanism isn't super well designed, so unfortunately they tend to skip. If you're probably adjusting it too quickly or something, you might run into that. So this could happen again. Maybe there's a part in there that actually just needs to be replaced, but since this did fix it for now, I think I'm gonna just leave it as is. If it ends up breaking and we need to replace a part, I will post a follow-up video, and I will put that video in the description of this one. But I think that we're probably going to be good to go. So I just referenced my video again because I was trying to put that piece of ductwork back in that was all loose in there, and it was installed incorrectly. So I don't know if this vehicle has had an issue with that before and someone's been up in there, but whoever put that part back in did not put it in correctly. So I'm going to just insert this clip so that you can see how it's supposed to be. But if you were noticing before, this piece was like just hanging out in the middle of nowhere. It was like at a weird angle like this, and it was all loose. But this little tooth is supposed to stick into that hole, and this piece of duct is supposed to go over that opening right there. So it needs to go on like this, with the bottom piece sticking in right there, and that popping up into there, and then you can actually run your screw in. So I don't know how that happened. I think that happened before we got the vehicle, but that's definitely how it was placed in there. I guess it's possible that it was installed properly and at some point someone shoved their boot up in here and knocked it off, but it kind of seems unlikely. And this piece here, you can see there's a hook there and a hook there. You just push those in, and then this rocks forward, and it interfaces right there and right there with a couple of just push snap tabs just like that, and we're all put back together. Hope that you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys later.